BMW is doing a lot of facelifts for 2023. However, is the best bang for your buck to get the 2022, to get the non-TCI, but you still get the power and the best value? BMW of Wesley Chapel has given us the 2022 BMW X6 M50, which is that 4.4 liter twin turbo V8. Now there's talks about 2023 or 2024 to get the new V8 engine, which will be a lot more power. But what we have here is definitely a treat because you're getting 0 to 60s in the low 4 seconds. You're getting all the luxury in the interior with 20-way power seat adjustments, heated, ventilated, plus you got heated armrests and center cluster, towing over 7,000 pounds. Rivals start with your Mercedes AMG GLE 53, your Jaguar F-Pace, either the R-Dynamic S or the SVR, your Audi SQ8. Which one is going to be the best blend for you? I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides, and I'm going to go over all the specs and details starting now. The new BMW X6 m50i stresses performance with that kidney grille. You're going to get the outlined in gray 360-degree reverse camera that's hidden underneath it, the BMW emblem on the hood, brushing into your adaptive LED headlamps, BMW laser lights. On the lower, you get that silver with the gloss black for your air curtain, and the lower splitter is definitely aggressive with some more air inlets to just stress more aggressiveness that brush into these broad shoulders, encasing 20-inch multi-spoke alloy wheels. These are M-spec. It's a 4-piston in the front, single piston floating caliper for the rear. In blue, the side skirts keep an S design with the air vent that just brush it to the coupe styling with the lower lip spoiler that go into these LED tail lamps. The side vents are flared out even more and make it more round in the back with your rectangular dual exhaust outlet and the diffuser that's implemented in the lower. What I like about the X6 is how the proportions are just very muscular on all 4 corners and just bulges out. Comparing it to the Jaguar F-Pace, the SVR will be super aggressive, so that one would be more comparable than the R-Dynamic S. If you're looking at it from the Mercedes AMG GLE 53, this one is going to have a little bit more of a silhouette styling from the side Q, so it stands out a little bit more so in a parking lot. As for the Audi SQ8, one of my favorite, it is definitely a vehicle that can fly underneath the radar. This one, you'll probably get a ticket. Standard M Sport differential, M-tuned suspension. The front disc reading is going to be 15.6 inches, the rear at 15.2 inches. It's not going to be the longest in the category. It's at 194.5 inches with a wheelbase at 117 inches. Comparing it to the rivals, the side is definitely going to keep that slope back / coupe design, and that's something that everyone's liking these days because it's a raised up vehicle and it gives you a performance look just like a coupe. The X5 brother definitely gives us a nice alternative, especially with the performance styling that is all over the side, because it just stresses that this thing has over 500 horsepower. Rear window is not necessarily of my liking though. I kind of wish that it went back a little bit and maybe dipped down because it does hurt a little bit with visibility. You also lose some headroom, about 2 or 3 inches, opposed to the X5. And going inside to your power cargo gets you 20.5 cubic feet. There's a 12-volt storage underneath the floor. The rear bench split folds at a 40-20-40 split. That's maxing the cargo to 54 cubic feet. Because we have a diffuser, I don't know if I would put the tow option, even though you could tow up to 7,200 pounds. But this is a 4.4 twin turbo V8. Let's go inside, start it up so we can hear that exhaust now. Now you heard the beast for yourself. This thing is insane. A coupe that packs the performance, and it backs it with a 4.4 liter V8 BMW twin turbo, producing 523 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque. That's paired to a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission, achieving 16 to 22 mpgs at 0 to 60, 4.1 seconds. It's the fastest across all the boards, unless you go to the Jaguar F-Pace SVR. And when you go to that, the price is about a $10,000 difference. Yes, that's not necessarily a lot, but the 0 to 60 number is only about 0.3 seconds quicker. Quarter mile is going to be the fastest as well at 12.2 seconds, and that beats the Jaguar F-Pace SVR. Let me know in the comments what you think about the 2022 BMW X6 m50i as we go into the interior, go over the tech, and take this for our test run. Entering inside the BMW X6 m50i, headroom at 39.9 inches, leg room at 40.3 inches, cognac Venesca leather with 20-way power seat adjustment. We have heated, we got ventilated. We don't have the massage, but it is pretty spot on. When we're looking for luxury and performance, you're getting that with this. The dashboard is going to get aluminum tetragon inlays, and you get the gloss black around all of your air vents and the silver that wraps around even to the driver's side. And you have a storage pocket right on the driver's side, so you have plenty of storage capacity, which we're going to go over. 12.3 center navigation touchscreen with gesture, and you have the swipe with the pinch. Click home, you can toggle through here. These are your quick apps. Click onto the apps. You can see we have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM, HD radio, streaming Bluetooth audio, and you have Amazon Alexa. Click back home, you can go to your car settings here. You can configure different things as well to make it more comfortable for you in different experiences. Here, you now have to pay an activation fee in order to use it. To show you the modes, your sports mode right here, you can put Sports Plus, you can do individual, and you can also configure it to make it more sport derived for you. Click into your comfort, and that will make it more balanced and smooth. Eco Pro, you can also configure that, which is nice because you can make it as eco-friendly as possible, even for your dynamics. Switch it into reverse. We do have full trajectory. It's a 360-degree reverse camera with the automatic parking and backup assist, which is a really cool feature. You can also click here onto the side. Because we have gesture, there's a lot more you can do with this 3D. You can move your hands like this, and it should pick it up. There we go. See how it's moving it? That is super cool. Or you can click here on the sides. You cannot, however, do anything on this side here. It will not allow you, other than clicking here to your car wash, so you can see the front guidelines to make it easy to get inside for your car wash. Underneath it, with your climate control settings, going down, you'll have your wireless charger, a storage pocket, cup holders, a 16.9 ounce fits. You could probably fit about a 20 ounce with a 12 volt and USB. I like this aluminum tetragon that's inserted here with the gloss black around it. Your iDrive 7. On the driver's side, you have your sport, comfort, and eco mode, which just makes this car set apart because twin turbo V8. Elbows are going to be relatively firm, but this is a sport car. Open up inside and you got a large storage pocket with a USB port. Leather wrapped 3-spoke M-spec steering wheel, multi-function. The paddle shifters are plastic. Here, I wish they were aluminum because we're hovering around $90,000. For the Live Cockpit Pro, we have it in Eco Pro Individual. When you change it into Comfort, it will change the tach and the odometer, and Sport will make it super aggressive. So it is something that is super cool. When you click onto the BC, you can go through an array of information for the driver. I like how you have the pound-feet of torque and your horsepower, plus you have a G meter with your sound system, and you have your navigation in the center. We have a heads-up display. In Sport, it will be red. In Comfort, it will change to a silver. And in Eco, naturally a blue. The contrast stitching on the Sensitech dashboard really does make it keep that BMW image, and it brushes into the door panels. It's going to be a little bit more firm on the top. Upgraded Harman Kardon, a lot of button functionality, but it's one touch up and down for all of your windows. And again, with the aluminum, with a large storage pocket that you could fit a lot of 16.9 ounce water bottles. So storage in the front is efficient. The seat comfort, This is going to be a lot more comfortable than the M for long journeys. Obviously, you get used to the bolstering in the seats. I'm not saying nothing bad about the M's. The X6M is a great car, but the value you're getting in the M50i is insane. Large pano that goes all the way to the back seats. Let's see how I look. For the back seats, I'm at 37.9 inches of headroom, 35.6 inches of legroom. What BMW has done to give you more headroom is you actually sit almost the same as you sit in the front. The door panels are raised so much more in the back because of the way you sit, so it feels like you're in a sports car in the back seat. So I do like that. Elbows are going to be super firm. You do have a storage pocket right here that you can fit a larger cell phone. 16.9 ounce water bottle fits without any issue. I would say at 20 ounces, no problem. Dual climate control settings in the rear, a storage pocket and a 12 volt with your air vents that's encased with the gloss. You have the USB port right in front of you and an area that you can put an adapter. So if you want to put your tablet, your iPhone, whatever, you can put it right there and storage right underneath it. The floor isn't completely flat. We don't have any sunshades. I do wish that we had that because it would make it a little bit more sport derived because I am sitting really low. The door panel, nice and chunky. It's going to be firm on the top, soft where you rest your elbows, and I like how you can just put your arm right in like this and it kind of closes it off. So it's really good the way it's set up. One touch up and down, a large storage pocket right underneath it that you can fit a lot of storage, which is great for a family that wants performance and an SUV or an SAV in this case, all blended in. Let's see how I look in the center. Sitting into the center, headroom is still not necessarily an issue, nor is leg room. I am sharing feet, butt, shoulder space, but at 6'3", I will say you can fit, with my dimensions, 3 adults without any issues, plus you still got cargo and towing. My favorite SUV in this category would be the X3M competition or the Jaguar F-Pace SVR. This one in the back seat feels more aggressive than both two of them and actually all of the rivals, because in the SQ8 you sit up. In the Mercedes you also sit up. So when you're comparing apples to apples, this one back here keeps that aggressive feel. So if you have kids or you're taking some family, friends, whatever, out on a gathering, they're going to know that this thing has power underneath it. Taking the 2022 BMW X6 m50i out for our test run. Twin turbo V8, 4.4 liter with 553 pound-feet of torque. I can't stress enough the performance that you're going to get underneath the hood of this bad boy. You have so much dynamics. The ride quality is going to obviously be a little bit more firm and sporty, but the fact that you can do what you need to do with the power in which we have, I mean, 523 horsepower, and this is under 6 figures. So we're going to stop in the middle of the road, put it into sport mode so we can really see. We're going to put it in Sport Plus. Here we go. And brakes. This is crazy. And the reason why I say it, this is not a full M car, but you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. So it really does emphasize the performance that you're getting when you're comparing it to an SQ8. That's the same engine as a Lamborghini Urus, just detuned twice. Look at this. This is a car that you're not going to be late to work, taking your friends somewhere. You're going to feel like you're going on a track because the 0 to 60 is in the very low 4-second margin. And in some cases, I could probably see you getting about a 3.8 0 to 60, which is pretty crazy because that's the Jaguar F-Pace SVR speed. As for the dynamics, I mean, when you're in sport mode, you are in it to win it. Now, if you change it into Eco Pro, no noise, it's gone. The dynamics is still okay, but it feels like it's just throwing me every which way. It's composed and quiet if you need it to be. So for a long journey, I could see you not having an issue. Heated armrest. it is something very nice. These are usually found in six-figure vehicles. Mercedes and BMW really do stress these items, but they stress it at a more expensive price tag. So the bargain, the deal that you're getting is nuts. The good thing about this vehicle, opposed to getting a sedan or a sports car, is you got great ground clearance and you got the speed. Look at this. That was an Eco Pro, so that's why you didn't hear such a throaty exhaust note. Now, there is three things I like and three things that I dislike. Is anything more than that, I'd be buying this X6 m50i. The three things that I like about the vehicle is you still get a V8 with raw performance. It's very hard to get that. A twin turbo just makes it even ever so more special. And the drive to it, I know I'm kind of going everywhere, but the drive is awesome. And look at the brakes. Safety is there. I don't have to run a red light like that Hyundai. The second thing that I like about the vehicle is the back seats, the way you sit. That's the most comfortable of all of the BMWs, unless you get into like the X7. But this one, you sit down, I feel like I'm in a sports car. I don't feel like I'm raised up, and it just has a different atmosphere in the back, which you don't get that in the rivals. Sport mode, here we go. Now, obviously, you're not going to get optimal gas consumption if you're flooring it all the time. So we're going to put it back in comfort. That takes out that exhaust note. Higher speeds, a little bit of wind noise, but it really isn't that bad. The aerodynamics, they did a great job. Here we go. That's what the sound's going to be for your everyday drive to work, to school, whatever you're doing for your chores. The last thing that I like about the vehicle, the cargo, the towing, it is insane. When you get this much power underneath a vehicle, typically with BMW, you lose the towing. You can still tow a larger boat. Three things that I dislike, unfortunately, when you come into the driver or passenger side. I hit my head every single time here. I'm 6'3", maybe that's why. But this is a SUV, so I'm expecting to be able to walk into the car without any issues. The second thing that I dislike is the rear window. It's a little bit smaller to my liking. It's actually long. It's just the way that it projects is downwards, like slanted, so you don't really have a lot of visibility in the back, and you're left to kind of use your sensors a little bit more, or the gas pedal, to kind of maneuver in and out. But for maneuverability, I mean, look at this. Right into the lane. This is in comfort. Look at it. Absolutely no issue. It does feel a little artificial. It's going to be a little bit more soft because we're in comfort. A little bit more weight gets added in the Sport Plus or Sport mode. The last thing that I dislike about the vehicle is we have a significant amount of hard materials at an $80,000, $90,000 price point. You really want to not see that so much, or cover it up a little bit more, especially in the back of the driver's seats. This is Venesca leather. It's expensive, that's what that means. And we have a hard material that's covering it. Like, why? Competition, the Jaguar, the Audi, which one is the best in my circumstance? If it was me buying the vehicle and I want something that's very sport derived, this is going to have more horsepower than the SQ8. It's going to have a little bit less than the Jaguar SVR, but then the price escalates about $5,000, $10,000 more, and it does go into the $100,000 pretty quick, where this one, you can add some features and you're not hovering into that price point until you get to a lot of features. As for the towing capabilities, this is pretty spot on. I mean, the Audi is going to be a little bit more performance numbers. This one's going to be faster. Horsepower, it's going to be more than the Benz. Unfortunately, they don't offer a 63 at the moment, but the 53 is good. Storage capacity, you're going to have more in this in the door pockets. It's going to be a little bit less in the cargo because it's a coupe. But if you're looking at it from the Jaguar SVR, it's going to be a little bit tighter in the back seats, whereas this one's going to be a little bit wider. As for the everyday commute and drive, the seats are comfortable 20-way power adjustment seats, and I do like the heated armrest. It's definitely a hard choice because all of the vehicles have exceptional either performance, towing, the drive to it. They all have something very unique, except for the Mercedes. They have an inline six. So they've taken away the V8 power, and you still get that with the Audi. You still get it with the Jaguar. And with BMW, they're going to make this engine even more powerful for the next gen, which is going to be either for 2023 or 2024. In either case, it's going to be more towards a year from now, because there's no way it's going to come out right now at this point. But if I was looking to buy the vehicle and I want something coupe and sporty and all mixed in, this is definitely a great everyday vehicle. Safety, you have it. BMW takes care of you with that. A-pillars, they're pretty chunky, but this is a pretty sporty vehicle. I'd like to thank BMW of Wesley Chapel for giving us this 2022 BMW X6 m50i for our car review. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Hawkeye community. If not, click the next video, the subscribe button, check out the details, merchandise, website, everything we do here at Hawkeye Rides. Crazy performance, which I'm going to demonstrate in just a second. We're going to put it in sport mode, so we're already engaged. We're going to do a full wraparound so you can really see all the dynamics all in one blended, and here it is, guys. Head note, it's crazy. Here we go. Put it back to Eco Pro, and you're ready to go into work.